I should have done this test and gotten it over with a long time ago. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Winnie, and this is where I share my life experiences on a whole lot of issues. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. But if you haven't subscribed yet, click on the subscribe button now and subscribe. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, because I'll always respond to your comments and I like to hear your thoughts. Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas and I didn't want my makeup to go to waste, so I decided to shoot this video so I can rant about my experience today. Public holidays in United Kingdom are usually celebrated like I see it as a family occasion, because a lot of people decide to spend time with their families, be home, enjoy the company or comfort of their home. And then those who have to go to work have to find a way to commute to work because buses don't run on bank holidays. Now, I don't know if today is actually the bank holiday or tomorrow. However, because it's Christmas, buses don't run on Christmas Day, and they don't run on Boxing Day, I think, and also New Year Day, and some other selected days as well. So if you have to commute to work and usually go by bus, you'd have to find an alternative to get to work, which could be finding someone to drop you off at work, going with your car, cycling to work, walking on your foot, or you can decide to take a taxi. And for some reason, taxis where I'm located, because I don't want to generalize now, I don't know if this happens every other place, but where I'm located, Middlesbrough, taxis charge double the usual price. So if I had to go to work with a taxi, it should have cost me £9.60. However, because today is Christmas, when I checked on the app, I found out the price was, I think, about 19 or 20 pounds. I'll put that up for you to see, which is times 2 of what I would usually pay. So imagine having to pay double. I know some places of employment pay you double the usual rate if you have to work on Christmas Day or special days like that. However, some other places do not pay double the rate. Some places pay 1.5, some places pay 1.25. And imagine if you have to pay double your taxi fare to go to work. And let's not forget, if I had to go by bus to work, it would have cost me £3.50 for a return ticket, which means going to work and returning from work would have cost me £3.50. That's the usual rate if I had to go by bus. But if I had to go by taxi, usually it will cost me £9.60. But today, because there are no buses, it's going to cost 19 or 20 pounds, which I think is ridiculous. Yeah, my opinion though. So it's usually stressful getting to work if you don't have a car and you are working on a bank holiday. I'd like to know what your opinions are. How have you found it? Has it been easy getting to work on a bank holiday? How did you manage? What's the taxi fare where you're located? Is it double the price or is it the usual rates? I think it would have been cool if taxis charge the usual rates, but sadly that's not the case here. And also, I think it's time I get a car. Car is a necessity. I don't think it's a luxury. I know some people think it's a luxury. We can't afford it now. Now is not the right time. But I keep seeing reasons every day why a car is a necessity. There are some jobs that I couldn't apply to because the requirement clearly stated drivers needed. And because I'm not driving, I couldn't apply for those roles. And I know there are a lot of jobs like that that require you to be a driver. So if you're not driving, you miss out on those opportunities. I also think if you are a driver, you have your own car to commute, it saves you time, because if I have to get on the bus to go to work, I'd have to get on the bus an hour 10 minutes before my resumption time at work. But if I had to drive, it would take me 10-15 minutes to get to work. So imagine the time margin. If I had a car, I think it would save me that stress. And for some places, you'd have to eventually go on your foot because the buses do not get up to that place. There are sometimes you get on a bus, you get down at a bus stop, and then you have to walk 15 minutes to your location. Walking is exercise, I know, but imagine where you have to do it on a regular basis because the buses don't get up to your location. So I think getting a car, pardon me, is a necessity. I know there are some disadvantages, especially if you're residing in busy cities like London. You would have to struggle with traffic, which I feel is why people opt to go on buses and all. But I think for some smaller cities where there's not much traffic, I think having a car is really, really important. And look at it this way. If you have a family, you have kids, I think you need a car because you have to do school runs, take the kids to school, pick them back from school. You have to get to work. I just think when you have a car, it makes your life a whole lot easier. So I've set a target for myself to write my theory test by January, and I'm going to tell you guys how that goes. I'm going to be writing my theory test, and also I have the app DVLA. I should have done this test. If I'm going to be sincere with myself, I should have done this test and gotten it over with a long time ago. In fact, I think I've had this app on my phone for over 6 months. Yeah, should be more than 6 months now, and I keep procrastinating and moving dates forward for when I'll book my test. At first, I told myself when I'm prepared and I feel I'm ready enough, I'm going to book the test, but it seemed like that's not going to happen. So I decided to book my test anyway. So now I have a deadline that I'm working towards. So I have started preparing, and really, this app is very, very easy. It has areas where you have to study based on topics, and then after studying each topic, you practice the questions under each topic. Some questions could be up to 84, 67, 50, 40, depends on the topics. And then when you're done, you can also have a mock test that you practice with before you can now go for the actual theory test. So I'm going to let you guys how that goes. I'm going to give you the link in the description box just in case you are interested and you want to drive in UK. If you have to drive in UK, you need to pass your theory test. After you pass your theory test, then you also need to get your driving lessons done, pass your driving test, and then you're good to go. And for you to book the theory test, you need to have your provisional driving license, which you have to apply for and pay a fee. I think in another video I'm going to talk you through the processes of getting that driving license. That's it. I just came here to talk about the difficulty I encountered today, and I also want to hear from you what your experience has been. Have you spent your Christmas? Were you home with your family, or did you have to go to work like me? And how did you get to work? Until my next video, keep winning and enjoying life. And if up until now you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, and please like this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.